नमस्ते गुरुजी।
सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु, सहनौ भुनक्तु, सह वीर्यं करवावहै। तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तन्न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः। देवाय तस्मै नमः, देवाय तस्मै नमः। ॐ अमानित्वमदम्भित्वम्
ओम अमानित्वम अदम्भित्वम
अहिंसा क्षान्तिरार्जवम्
अहिंसा क्षान्तिरार्जवम्
आचार्योपासनं शौचम्
आचार्योपासनं शौचम्
स्थैर्यमात्मविनिग्रहः
स्थैर्यमात्मविनिग्रहः
इन्द्रियार्थेषु वैराग्यम्
इन्द्रियार्थेषु वैराग्यम्
अनहङ्कार एव च।
अनहङ्कार एव च।
जन्म मृत्युजरा व्याधि दुःखदोषानुदर्शनम्
जन्म मृत्युजरा व्याधि दुःखदोषानुदर्शनम्
आसक्तिरनभिष्वङ्गः
असक्तिरनभिष्वङ्गः
पुत्रदारगृहादिषु
पुत्रदारगृहादिषु
नित्यं च समचित्तत्वम्
नित्यं च समचित्तत्वम्
इष्टानिष्टोपपत्तिषु
इष्टानिष्टोपपत्तिषु
मयि चानन्ययोगेन
मयि चानन्ययोगेन
भक्तिरव्यभिचारिणी
भक्तिरव्यभिचारिणी
विविक्तदेशसेवित्वम्
विविक्तदेशसेवित्वम्
अरतिर्जनसंसदि
अरतिर्जनसंसदि
अध्यात्मज्ञाननित्यत्वम्
अध्यात्मज्ञाननित्यत्वम्
तत्त्वज्ञानार्थदर्शनम्
तत्त्वज्ञानार्थदर्शनम्
एतज्ज्ञानमिति प्रोक्तम्
एतज्ज्ञानमिति प्रोक्तम्
अज्ञानं यदतोऽन्यथा।
अज्ञानं यदतोऽन्यथा।
So Arjuna asked the question. What was the question? Prakritim Purusham Chaiva Kshetram Kshetrajnameva cha Etad Veditamichhami Jnanam Jneyam cha Keshava. That is the first shloka of this chapter. Sometimes not there in many books. And so Kshetram Kshetrajnam over, and then Jnanam is what is being talked about here. Jnanam often means Atma Jnanam, Brahma Jnanam, but here Krishna's intention is Jnanarthatvat Jnanam. Means what? Because these values are necessary for Jnanam, the values being so important, the values themselves are called jnanam. And so that's the thinking behind all these things. Okay. So we were looking at shloka number 10. Maicha ananya yogena bhakti avyabhicharini. So bhakti was indicated in that first half. Second half of the shloka, vivikta desha sevitvam. That is the next value. Talking about being with oneself, looking for practicing or having the habit of withdrawing into oneself periodically. That's the idea here. Means moving away from people and being with oneself. That's the idea. So this being with people, they say human being is a gregarious animal. Gregarious animal means what? Means one who enjoys being with others. That is the meaning. Because some animals, if you see, they're all by themselves. Dog just by itself, cat by itself leads its own life. Maybe some babies are there, but you never see a conference of dogs, conference of cats. Not available. Now in the wild, sometimes you see all deer come together, all the cheetahs come together, all the penguins come together in Antarctica and have babies. That's because that's a birth season. They all come together. But then after that, they're all on their own. Some comfort is there in numbers. But for human beings, this we have to develop social skills. So that's why parents will tell children, no, you can't do this. You have to go out and play. You'll go out and do this. Be part of this. Yeah, some cultural program is coming up. Go. So go means you just be part of your friends. Generally, people will like it. Children will like it. But sometimes children are by themselves and parents will begin to worry. Because there's a risk that this child will not develop social skills. Just being able to talk to others. Being comfortable in the company of people. That's a basic idea. And working with people together. A lot of things have to be done together. Family is always done. Family means togetherness. Work means togetherness is involved. Anything you have to do, there is togetherness, teamwork. Now, just like anything else, drinking some juices and colas is very exciting, but it can become an addiction. Okay. Then there's chips and other kinds of junk food, very exciting, but can become an addiction. And here, Bhagavan is bringing a very important value. He says, this being with others is good, but then it can become an addiction also. I can't be without what? Without being on the phone, without constantly doing something or the other in groups, without going on a picnic. This becomes an addiction. Addiction means what? I can't live without that kind of a extroverted activity. Okay, that's an addiction. So he is saying you have to learn to retire, at least for some time. Periodically, I want to be by myself. Because what will happen is, the idea here is, I can confront the world. I can confront everything that's out there. Okay, some things I can't. But in general, the world I can deal with. But I can't deal with myself. I can't deal with myself. That's why I look for an escape. These things can become escapes. These things can become escapes. That's what Krishna is hinting here. And can I accept myself as I am? That is why it is not possible for majority of the people to sit and meditate and all. It's just too much. Not possible. I've seen it with my own eyes. With me itself, I've seen. What with my own eyes? You just have to look at yourself. You don't have to do a big research on this. And the first time you do sit, try to sit, it's not possible to sit. Why? That's how it is. Not possible. Forget sitting in meditation. Just being with oneself. Doing nothing. Just sitting and thinking. That is because there is a lot of fears and anxieties that are all there inside. And it just comes out. Comes out when we are alone, when the mind is not active, when the mind is not engaged in something. If I'm cooking, I'm doing something or other, cutting vegetable, cut, and then putting, boiling, this, that, constant 1 hour I'm busy. Therefore, I don't have to think about myself. Or I'm talking to somebody, children, did you do that? Do that? Did you take a bath properly? Yeah. Did you take your books? Yeah. Everything done. Be careful, okay? So I'm very busy, busy. Then complain about others. Yeah, your father is always like this. She's always like that. He's always like that. Be careful, okay? Don't lose your books like you did last time. Bus, be careful when you climb the bus. So constantly going on. That is why they say empty nest. There is a word I learned in America. It's called empty nest. India also that word must be there. So empty nest means what? Children have all gone. And now the nest is empty. Loneliness is the greatest killer, correct? Greatest killer, can finish off a human being. Depression, this, that, all kinds of things happen. And so, better learn to address loneliness before loneliness comes. Okay? How about that? Before my legs and joints start aching, learn to do some yoga, this, that, kuch na kuch karo. Learn some walking, and okay, if you can't run, you please walk. Brisk walking is there. People are there, they do all these things. Join with people. And so, na koopa kananam yuktam pradipte vanni na grihe. Famous Subhashita. Vannine pradipte grihe sati means when the house is burning, don't dig a well. Don't want. What an example they give, Don't. It's not the time to dig a well when the house is burning. Make sure water is there before itself. So plan for things upfront. Simple planning, that's all it is. And look into the future and see what's coming and then plan for it right away. So therefore, here, that is what Krishna is saying. Plan for Vivikta Desha Seviktvam. Okay. Vivikta Desha Seviktvam means what? Desha means place. Here, Desha is place. Vivikta Desha means a secluded place. Secluded place. No, don't say, oh, our house already these days in cities, our house is like a matchbox. There are 5 people living and all that. Yeah, it's okay. Matchbox also is fine. And all you have to do is tell people, you know what? I want to be with myself. That's it. Just don't disturb me. That's all you have to do. Don't disturb me. The next 15 minutes, I'm not available. And go for a walk. Swamiji says, go for a walk, but without a Walkman. Walkman and all, I don't know how many of you remember all this. Some young people, I don't know if they're there. We should ask Raghavan if Walkman is there. There's no Raghavan. Some young people are there in our class. Raghavan, we should check with when he comes back. I don't know others.
Now
Okay.
it's all in the phone.
Huh?
All in the phone. Previously,
the mobiles.
No, I'm saying this word Walkman. I'm saying some people may not know. Young people will not know that because it was there some time ago. Those days I remember. Oh, my classmates used to have Walkman in there. I said, what is this? And it's an audio cassette player. Oh, I see. What do you do? Why is it so small? You can walk with it. Okay. That's why it's called Walkman. Okay. So go for a walk without a Walkman, run without a runman. Go to the ashram. Go to the ashram. One good thing about ashram is even if you go in a group, eventually you have to do things by yourself there. But there also groupism will be there. Constantly there will be the group, group. And the class is just over. Okay, it's meant for you to think. And then after that group. And then, oh, Ashram is a nice place, this, that, let's go here. And dinner, what time is dinner? Oh, this is okay. But still we have half an hour to 1 hour time is there. And then, no, but we have to go to the temple. Arey, chhodi yaar. This is what happens. In ashram, you go to the ashram and then you do the same things you do, which you did at home also or outside. Over. The purpose of ashram is gone. So don't go as a group. Let's go by yourself. And then just see what happens. Just see what happens. Like our Vijay did, he went to Vrindavan. They wanted to go. This felt like going. That's what he said. Good. Felt like going. And see what happens. Don't go with any preconceived, I must do this, I must do that, ye dekhna hai, wo dekhna hai, and then this, that. No, just going to go there. See what happens. That's very good. So, why should I do that? Because all this pain that is there, childhood trauma that is there, it's all been pushed to the back burner. A child, imagine a child, I'm going to give an example that's not good, okay? A child, imagine a 3-year-old girl child saw her mother die in an accident, gory accident. You can imagine the trauma of this child, correct? Just imagine the shock. And child doesn't know what's going on, and yet she knows what's going on. And then there is crying and wailing and this, that, and wailing and siren and this, that. The child is 3-year-old child, just doesn't know how to deal with the situation. Bhagavan has given a great gift. It's called Avarana Shakti. And what the Shakti is? The child will collapse. The child cannot survive in this kind of a situation. Okay? Because mother is gone. And the Bhagavan gives a Shakti. The Shakti is Avarana Shakti. The Shakti comes and takes over and then pushes this trauma to the back. Not in the conscious mind, subconscious. They say subconscious. Means it is there. The pain is there. But for now, Bhagavan says, okay, you can't deal with it. So I'll just keep it away from you for some time. Until you can deal with it. Until you can deal with it. Okay, that is the key word there. And then the child is okay and all, it cries, everything is over. Somehow it just leads a life. And it has not processed the pain yet. And then the trauma slowly comes from the subconscious, it comes to the conscious. Okay? Comes. When it grows up, after it grows up, the marriage happens. Then in marriage, what happens? There is relaxation. Initially, at least, there is a relaxation. When you have somebody else, then you can share, you can be free. That freedom relaxes the mind. And when the mind is relaxed, you know what happens? That thing that is pushing the past trauma just relaxes. And then that past trauma says, okay, now is the time for me to come out. Like the pillow was compressed. Now it's released, it's free. So it's able to expand. And it comes out. And then suddenly, this is where marriage problems are what? Not due to the other person, due to this person only. Just comes out. I mean, all kinds of statements are made. You don't care for me. You don't love me at all. I hate you for doing all these things. All these things come. All my pain I project on the other person. Correct? I project on the other person. Because that's how it is. That is psychology. This is the subject of psychology. And so that avarana is protected the child. But the child, after growing up, has to come out and say, I need to process this pain. For us, the pain processor is Bhagavan, Ishvara. Final pain processor. Correct? Fine. That is why there is no sanity without Bhagavan. This much I have concluded. Because this kind of pain, psychologists can be there. How many people have access to psychologists and all that? What can the psychologist do? The psychologist will say, yeah, there was some experience in the past which makes you like this. Maybe your mother abused you, father abused you. Yeah, that is why you are having all these problems. Now what? Now what? What should I do next? Nothing you can do next. This is what it is. You have to learn to live with it. Bhagavan is the one I can shout at him. I can scream at her. I can ask her, why did you do this to me? All this I can only point to him or her, and he or she can take all these things. Nobody else can handle this. This trauma coming out, nobody can handle. No human being can handle. Okay? And so there are meditations and all. Even I've done this meditation by John Bradshaw and things like that. The whole psychology section is filled with many of these things. Some very good people are there who know exactly what the problem is, and they help the problem come out by all this regression, this, that. So many techniques are there. All they do is they allow the person to unlock all the past fears and trauma carefully in a controlled manner. The more the trauma, the more careful we have to be. The less the trauma, it just happens. That is why when people come to Vedanta, because Vedanta says you're good, you're free, you're Purnaha, it's very relaxing. Because the message is so good to hear, I can keep listening to it again and again. Even if I don't understand everything, it feels good. And when you feel good like that, then the past trauma will come out. Whatever emotional problems are there, it will come out. Bhagavan Krishna is saying, allow it to come out. How do I allow it to come out? Vivikta desha sevitvam. Just be by yourself. Only when you are by yourself, these things will happen. Because if I am not by myself, if guests are coming, what will I do? I'll sit and cry? No, I can't. I have to present myself and say, come on, do this, do this. I'll wait. Are you comfortable? What do you like to have? So you're constantly busy, focusing on others. Constantly focusing on others. Focus on yourself. By allowing these things to happen. Only when you're by yourself, you can allow these things to happen. Crying, cry. Cry it out. Cry it out. Process the grief. That will happen only when we are by ourselves. Or when somebody trusted is there, somebody whom you trust 100%, then also that thing will come out. We can cry on talking to someone. That also is very good. That also is good. And so, that Shravanam opens the floodgates of consciousness. Swamiji would say, Swamiji's words, floodgates of consciousness get opened up. Allow it to happen. Sakashayam vijaniyat. Elsewhere, Shankara will say in Mandukya, Sakashayam vijaniyat. This is called Kashaya. Kashaya means all this muck that is there inside. And that muck has to come out. That malam has to come out. Okay? And so we have to be creative. We can't keep saying things like, I don't have free time and I don't have a quiet place, and just go for a walk. Just run away without telling anybody for half an hour. Why did you not tell me before going? Oh, did I not tell you before going? Oh, I'm sorry. Next time I'll tell. I'm very sorry. Learn to say sorry periodically, because people are going to shout at you. They don't like all these things. Mainstream will not love any of these. So go to Niagara Falls. We all went and then go to Niagara Falls and say, I want to just be with myself. This is too mesmerizing. And this Bhagavan Pratyaksha, Vishwarupa Darshanam I'm seeing, I want to just Just give me 15 minutes, okay? People will say, this guy is gone. Gone case. Gone case. We have a phrase in India, it's called gone case. Okay, gone case. Let me be gone case. We have to be gone case periodically. We should worry too much about what people are talking about us. Because everybody has to process their own problems. Nobody else can process our problem. Correct? And therefore, then loneliness, once I learn to process it, then old age can be a great period. Correct? Great period it can be, because now I've got all the tools ready. Shastram is now staring at my face, and I've got people who know the key, who have the key to operate the Shastram. Best combination. Correct? Old age, kya old age? This is the best age. That's it. Golden age, not old age, or not olden age, golden age. Correct? Yeah, that's how it should be. And
Second innings.
huh?
Somebody say second innings.
Yeah, second inning. I don't know what they have in mind when they say second innings, but I'm saying this is the first innings. Why second innings? Now only I'm able to follow some of the most significant things. Shreyascha, Preyascha, Manushyametah. My goodness, all my life, first innings is all been prayers. Second innings, now Shreyas has to better come in my life. Correct. Second innings. Okay. So therefore, and see, this old age is in a way good for Shravanam. You know why? Because people have figured out these people are constantly talking about themselves. You ask them, how are you? Person is 70 years old. How are you? Dangerous question to ask senior citizens. Okay. I don't know about you, but you have to be careful. What question you ask them? How are you? Oh, long ago, 1947, freedom movement, we did this, we did that, and no power, the planes will fly in with sirens, and we had to go underground, and then on. Wait. I just said, how are you? That's all. And then, no, and then happened that, and then movement partition happened, and this, that, and then see, but you're respectful. You can't just walk away from there also. And then you said, okay, I'll listen for 1 more minute. Kya 1 more minute? There is no full stop at all in their sentences. Only comma and semicolon and hyphen is there. There's no full stop. Full stop. Hey, so you can say something. I'll take leave of you. Where is the time? Keeps going on and on. He's still not come to the first marriage yet. Second marriage still waiting. Okay. So, kya baat hai? And so, therefore, they know. Therefore, seniors, nobody will come. That's why they'll always be alone. Better deal with loneliness much before all these things happen, because this is going to happen. It's going to happen. And so, good, just be where you are, and I'll be where I am. I'll know. I'll deal with myself. Okay? And so, Vivikta Desha Sevitvam, very important value. Allow to periodically be with oneself. Aratihi Jana Samsadi. Therefore, what? I should hate people. I should not go to any gatherings, picnics, this, that. Our friends in our class, many of them do lots. They do a lot of stuff. Periodically, they are absent. They'll send me messages. Guruji, this, etc. So you should not do all that, or what? No. Jana samsadihi aratihi. You can do. Jana samsad. Jana samsad means company of people. Jana samsad. In the company of people, ratihi. Rati means just craving for company of people. Okay. Craving for company of people. Arati. Don't crave. You are welcome to be in the company of people. But don't get lost. Don't get lost in all these things. Do something creative with these companies, these gatherings. Okay. Or change companies. It's time to change company. Okay. This was what I was doing. This party animal. They say party animal. Party animal means constantly looking for some time when you just go, and then 4, 5, 6, 7 hours, just go there. Night 2 o'clock. Swamiji tells a nice story. He says, he was going on the street and then he saw something called Bhiksha Corner. Bhiksha Corner. I said, wow, Bhiksha Corner. What a nice name, Bhiksha Corner. Because Swamiji is and all, when we say, they will say, I am going for Bhiksha, please come for Bhiksha, like that. That word they use here in India. And so Bhiksha Corner. And then one day he saw this Bhiksha Corner was open at 9:30 in the night, 10 o'clock in the night. Oh, Bhiksha at 10 in the night? It's food, bhojan. And he found, he was reading in Tamil. And then on top of that, English. Pizza Corner. Not Bhiksha Corner. How do you write pizza in Indian language? Please tell me. In Hindi, how will you write pizza? You can't write. In Tamil, how can you write? Marathi, how can you write? You can't write. Because there are no letters available for that. And even if it's available, it can be interpreted, it can be read differently. So Pizza Corner. And then look further up, pizza, cafe and bar. Arey wah. This bar has to be there these days, otherwise, kya fun? What is the fun? So 10, 11, 12, keep on going. Can't be with ourselves. Can't just be with ourselves. It's a disease. So we have to go out. At least in the company of people whom we don't know. At least that also is okay. Whom we know, ideal. But whom we don't know, that also is okay. And so this Jana Samsyadihi Ratihi is the problem. And Shankaracharya says, you know what he says? He says, absolutely no gathering. No, you can be in gathering. Sat Purusha Samsat. Jana Samsad, he says, Sat Purusha Samsad. You can always be in their gathering. Always be in their gathering. You just be there. Just listen to what they say. They'll be talking, they'll be doing whatever, puja, parayanam, anything they'll be going, just follow them. That's all. Many people do that. They'll just follow. They won't understand what's going on with these people. That's it. Good. Because it's impossible to get lost. It's a reflection. It'll finally, sooner or later, I'll get reflected. And so I'll get a chance to be with myself. And so that's what he says there. Samskaravatam vinitanam, like that he says. Means those who have proper samskara, like that he says. Okay, so let's translate this shloka number 11. Continuing the previous sentence. An unswerving devotion to me with undivided attention. Unswerving devotion to me with undivided attention, comma, the disposition of repairing to a quiet place or retreating to a quiet place. Repairing is a technical word. Just say retreating. The disposition of retreating to a quiet place. What the value of retreating to a quiet place? Comma, not longing for the company of people. Comma, to be continued. An unswerving devotion to me, that is, or rather, an unswerving devotion to me with undivided attention. The disposition of retreating to a quiet place, comma, not longing for the company of people, comma. Next shloka, number 12.
Namaste, it's me, Guruji.
Adhyatmajnana-nityatvam.
Adhyatmajnana-nityatvam.
Tatvajnanartha-darshanam.
Tatvajnanartha-darshanam.
Etad-jnanamiti proktam.
Etad-jnanamiti proktam.
Ajnanam yadatonyataha.
Ajnanam yadatonyatha.
Adhyatmajnana-nityatvam. Tatvajnanartha-darshanam. So let's look at Tatvajnanartha-darshanam first. Artham, here Artha means prayojanam, phalam, benefit, benefit. So Tattvajnanartha darshanam means seeing the benefit of Tattvajnanam. Tattvajnanasya phala darshanam. Okay. Hatha yoga is there. Yoga as an exercise. I want to do yoga. Why you want to do yoga? Because doing yoga helps me improve my health. Okay, so improving the health is the benefit of yoga. Therefore, what will I do? I will go to join a course. Sadhana. Love for that benefit. Final benefit is health. Good health, proper health, whatever. That is I appreciate that. So first I have to appreciate that. Then I appreciate yoga. Yoga will give me that. Then I will appreciate the sadhanam for that, which is do whatever it takes. I have to learn how to do yoga. Then I have to carve out some time in the day. Half an hour needed, 1 hour needed. Some people do 15 minutes, as Meera and others were saying. These days, fast, you know. And so, some asanas forgotten. Shavasana is forgotten. All basic Tadasana and all too boring. Standing asana. What standing asana? Huh? Tadasana. All old-fashioned asanas. Chodo. Just teach me some. Just your body has to just do like this. And then just do like the opposite. You can't the same position also. Again, opposite. Then this side. Then that side. It becomes dance. That's why many people have converted yoga to dance, I think. Bikram yoga and all these people. And then turn on the heat, high heat. Just sweat like crazy. People need that. The Rajas Buddhi irukku paru. Rajas Buddhi. Anyway, do whatever. Just do something. Do something. So that love for the result, then what it is, then what I should do, sadhan, love for the sadhana. All that is there. That is the niyama here. And so here he says, unless I understand what the prayojanam is, prayojana, what is the use? What can I get out of this? What is the use of sitting for hours together in front of somebody, listening to all this? Yeah, that be clear, he says. That is what he says. Be clear. Okay. Tattvajnanartha darshanam, he says. Means tattvajnanasya phala darshanam. Artha here means phalam. And the result, the benefit of Brahma Vidya, Tattvajnanam. Okay. Which Bhagavan Sri Krishna has already said in second chapter onwards. Second chapter, na jayate, mriyate, va kadachit, etc. is Atma Lakshana. Ajo Nitya Shashvatoyam Puranaha is Atma, nature of Atma. Asadharana Lakshana. Okay, nature of Atma. But that is of no use to me. So what if Atma is Avinashi? Hey, I am worried about my life here right now. Okay, as this particular body, mindset, this personality, this persecuted personality. Okay, you're telling me Atma is Ajaha, Nityam, Shashvataha, Puranaha, Nahanyate. Atma is never killed, but I am going to get killed. Atma is not killed, all right, but what about me? I'm going to die. Yeah. Therefore, this clarity has to be there. Clarity has to be there. So, sthita prajna lakshanani are there. Prajahati yada kaman sarvan partha manogatan atmani eva atmana tushtaha. Hey, this person is happy being oneself. Just being who he or she is, the person is happy. Really? Yes, really only. That is called phalam. It's called phalam. Do you want to be happy being yourself? Or do you want to be happy climbing mountains? I want to be happy climbing mountains, and I want to be happy not climbing mountains also. Okay, good. So, Atmanyeva Atmana Tushtaha Sthita Prajnastu Tadochyate Dukkeshu Anudvigna Manaha Sukeshu Vigata Spraha. So, that kind of a person who is not lost in sorrow, nor lost in elation, okay, that person who he cannot be drowned in anything. Do you want to be that kind of person? Yeah, that sounds pretty exciting. Okay. That's the phalam. Like that, Sita Prajna Lakshanani, Parabhakti Lakshanani, like that in the 12th chapter also we saw. And so, therefore, only Jnanam can give me that emotional stability. Finally, emotion, Atma, let it be. But Yahampur, the way I am, I'm whatever thought comes, that is who I become. What to do? I say I'm happy, then I say I'm sad. Suddenly, with the change of weather, I become sad. Therefore, only Jnanam can give me that immunity, that emotional immunity. I can enjoy all kinds of emotions. Still, I can say, I'm free. Okay, that only Jnanam can give me. And so, Jnana Yogyata, then I can look for Jnana Yogyata. What is it that can give me that Jnanam, etc.? That Shravanam, Mananam, everything will happen. So, therefore, he says, Tattva Jnanartha Darshanam, seeing the benefit of, seeing clearly, what does Brahma Vidya give me? Okay, that is Tattva Jnanartha Darshanam. Then, last value, Adhyatma Jnana Nityatvam. Here, Jnanam means Adhyatma Vichara. Vichara. Jnana, not knowledge itself, Adhyatma Jnana, because the value, So, you have to inquire into it. Inquire. Means systematic, from you would say, systematic study of the Shastram with the help of a competent teacher. That is the thing. And so you can't study Shastram from somebody who says, oh, I have not studied Bhagavad Gita, I have not studied Upanishad. There is no Sanskrit and all not needed. That's all New Age. Those days, we never had all these things. For thousands of years, we've been doing this. And so I like the word New Age. New Age is a very good word. Very good. I used to listen to New Age music at one time. They used to call it New Age. And when I was studying, I listen, Yanni. Those days, Yanni and all became, this is 1980, late 80s, 90s itself. Yanni may have been popular before that, but I think that's the time he was becoming popular. I used to listen to Yanni, Vangelis, Kitaro, all this. I remember. I used to have albums and albums. I don't know what happened to all that, but it's all there. I used to listen to all that. They used to say New Age music. New Age. Good. Good. In Bangalore, I met my cousin's son. He was playing piano. He was showing me that day when I was in Bangalore. And he playing the piano. He was playing very well. And then he says, what else would you like? He said. Have you heard Yanni? He said. I said, what? Have you heard Yanni? I said, man, Yanni, I love Yanni, okay? What are you saying? You want to listen to Yanni? Yes, I want to listen. This boy, okay, hardly 10 years old, he's playing Yanni. Not he's playing Yanni, just pressing all the buttons. And then Yanni has this style. He has a long hair. This boy also has some long flowing hair. And then Yanni will do like he plays and then like that he will do, okay? And some style, each artist has a particular style. And so this boy is doing like that he does. I said, the Mohan or whatever his name was, you made my day today. Jnani was my favorite. It's been 30 years since I listened to him. But you brought him alive today. And so, it's all New Age stuff. But yahan par New Age nahi chalega. New Age you can enjoy, no problem. Nothing wrong. We all, some little variety we need. But then, Shastram, all Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, everything has to come. Otherwise, it's like all bricks heaped together. It's of no use. Bricks have to be properly placed, aligned, and so only then a house can be made. Then only it's useful for us, like that. That's the journey we're all in here. And so, so many new topics. Shreyascha, Prayascha, Manushya, Metaha. Hey, there all lifelong I've been doing prayers. There's something called Shreyas. Everything else I know, I've been acting smart about is all Anatma smartness. And where is this Atma smartness? Oh, there is such a thing called Atma. Yeah, I've heard about it. Good that you heard about it. And so, everything else is Sadhya Vishaya. I accomplished so many things I want to accomplish. Now I want to accomplish this. No. It is not a Sadhya Vishaya anymore. It is called Siddha Vishaya. Paradigm shift. Complete paradigm shift. Therefore, who is going to help with all these things? That's why earlier itself, Acharya Upasanam is a value for all these things. And yahan par free will chahiye, free will. What about Shastra, Shravana Mananam, Nididhyasanam? Free will goes away. No free will involved, really speaking. Free will only to make myself come to class, make myself open, buy the books, make myself do something to prepare for it. Once Shravanam happens, there's no free will at all. Karma is gone out the door because this jnanam is not a result of karma, not karma phalam at all. Okay, so therefore here, tat adhyatma jnana nityatvam. So very critical. Shastram anu, shravanam, mananam, nididhyasanam, following the shastram, following the sampradaya. Why sampradaya? Because only sampradaya can tell all these things. You can't figure out. I figured it all out. Krishna himself doesn't say I figured it out. He says the same thing. So what Surya has learned, that only you are learning now. Oh, no version change in between? Some version has to change, No, same thing. Krishna says, same mantras. Nothing new. No, I figured it all myself. This I figured it all myself. That is what Shankaracharya says somewhere else in a commentary. Asampradaya with Sarva Shastra Vedapi Murkhavat Upekshaniya. The person who has not learnt all these things properly. Okay. This opposites, it's all opposites.
In second mantra, Shloka Bhashya.
Kshetradin Chapi Mam Vidhi. Yeah, I know it, but I didn't say it. It's okay. Everybody need not know everything, I have to choose what to say, what not to say. If I keep saying everything I know, then it will be a boring class, So I have to see some people Mondays and Wednesdays, right? So at least for that sake, I can't say everything I have in my head.
He says it's Pandita Murka. He calls them as Pandita Murka.
He says Asampradaya with Sarva Shastra Vidapi Murkavad Upekshaniya. That's what he says there. He says the guy can know the entire Shastram. And if he doesn't know the Sampradaya, then you treat him like a fool. No different than a fool. That is what he says there. Fool means what? An ignorant person. Deluded person. Okay? That is why all this New Age stuff won't fly. Won't fly at all. I want you to think for yourself. How we are connecting what Acharyas have said, what Bhagavan Krishna has said, what the Upanishads have said. What does Narada say? What does Narada tell Sanat Kumar?
Mantra with
Shokam tarati atmavit. Shokam tarati
Atmavit. But who is Narada?
He is a Pandit. He doesn't know anything.
Mantravit.
Mantravid. Right.
Mantravid, and he knows all.
Mantravidevasmi. Rigvedam Janami, Yajurvedam, Samavedam, Atharva Vedam, Panchamam, Itihasa Puranam Panchamam. I know all these things. And Bhagav Shochan, I am grieving, he says. Why are you? He says, why I am grieving also? Mantravidevahamsmi. I am a mantravid. I know all the mantras. Atmavid, Natu Atmavid. So Narada knew his problem. Therefore, Shastravidapi, Sarva Shastravidapi, Shankaracharya says that. Even though that guy knows all Shastras, without knowing the Sampradaya, means without knowing what it's all about. Once you know what it is about, then you can walk away. Then one can walk away. That's it over. But one has to get that. Okay? And so, here, Adhyatma, Jnana, Nityatvam. That's why Kathopanishad also we saw, right? What is it? Nayamatma pravachanena labhyaha na vedayana bahuna shrutena. Don't come and say, I studied in this university, that university, I got this many degrees, and I was CEO of this and CEO of that. Okay, good. So now what? Now what do you want? Now you only have to tell me what you want. You accomplished so much. Now why are you here? Kuch na kuch hai. Why are you here? That much knowledge, at least that guy must have. Why don't you continue doing what you're doing? Why are you approaching somebody, an unemployed person? You are the guy who gives employment to people, and I don't want employment also. So why are you here? And so, Naisha Tarkena Matirapaneya. I'm too intelligent. I can figure all this out. Okay, stay away from such people. That's what Krishna will say. That's what Upanishad said there also. And so, just like Vedantam Bujasuryo Yaha Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sarva Shruti Shiroratna Virajita Padambujaha Vedantam Bujasuryo Yaha Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Vedantam Bujasuryo Yaha. One who is like the sun. Sun, what kind of sun? That sun without which the Ambuja will not open. The lotus will not bloom without the sun. Sun has to come, only then the lotus will bloom. Like that, only the Guru can unlock the Shastram. Correct? Otherwise, Shastram is just a bunch of words. Bunch of words. Anybody can read it. Sanskrit, Pado, read it. Translations are there. Read it. Nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. Good memory also you have. And you can memorize these mantras also. Keep memorizing. And I learned this firsthand from one of our friends. I told you the other day. He was going on and on with quoting mantras left and right. And a professor in one of the departments here at Coimbatore. I was so impressed by him. Then it took me a while to realize this guy really doesn't know anything. Really, just honest. I'm not judging anybody, but it took me. When the professor is a professor, is teaching all this, but the guy didn't get it at all. He doesn't know. Shreyascha, Prayasya and all, no idea. Karma phalam, karma cannot produce moksha, no idea at all. But he appreciates Advaita Vedanta because he was talking to me, because he heard me talk. Otherwise, they won't talk, So he told me so many stories he was telling. But this is what happens. This is what happens. That is why Guru, somebody asked me yesterday after the talk, somebody asked me 2 days ago, how can I get a Guru? She asked me that question. Anyway, those are all topics. But therefore, Adhyatma Jnana. And when should I do the Vichara? Mondays and Wednesdays? Yeah, if you can do Mondays and Wednesdays, that's very good. But then Nityatvam, he says. Nityatvam means continuous. Let it be continuous. Start with once a week. Then let it become twice a week. Let it become thrice a week. Let it become 4 times a week. So that is how you build it. And Adhyatma Jnana Nityatvam. Ajnanam Yadatonyatha. Okay. He says, Anyatha, Ataha Anyatha. Ataha means other than, Ataha Anyatha means other than this. Other than this means what? Other than these 20 values I talked about. Okay. Yat, yadasti. Other than this, whatever is there, like manitvam, dambhitvam, himsa, akshanti, anarjavam, anacharyopasanam, ashaucham, atma avinigraha. So you put opposites there, right? All of that, he doesn't know. And you can add a few more also. Everything else is what? Ajnanam, he says. Ajnanam. It's of no use to you. That's what he's saying. And so, in 16th chapter, which we will see shortly also, Daiva Asura Sampatti. So, Daiva Sampatti, Asura Sampatti. So, that all that is all Asura Sampatti. And what do you call all that Asura Sampatti? Well, that is because Shankaracharya says, Samsara Pravritti Karanatvat. Samsara Pravritti Karanatvat. It is only going to perpetuate samsara. Samsara means this life of coming and going, life of becoming. So that concludes the list of values. And let's look at this translation. Continuing the previous sentence. Always engaged in self-inquiry, comma, keeping in view the purpose of the knowledge of truth. Keeping in view the purpose of the knowledge of truth, or purpose of knowledge of the truth. Okay. Hyphen. All this is said to be jnanam. Within brackets, you can say means for knowledge or means to knowledge, because it's not literally knowledge. Okay. All this is said to be jnanam or means of knowledge, comma. What is opposite to this is ignorance. What is opposite to this is ignorance. Always engaged in self-inquiry, keeping in view the purpose of knowledge of the truth, hyphen, all this is said to be knowledge, means, jnanam means to knowledge. And what is opposite to this is ignorance. We'll continue. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.